such an event. My job is super easy when I have such awesome people to hype up. So it's going to be an awesome ceremony. And a couple things right off. I just want to say when it's your turn to be sworn in by chief and pinned, just prepare your family or whoever's pinning you to come up at that time. And second, they have power outage today, so the lights are fixed. When it comes time to show some videos, this is the best we're going to get. So just so you guys know. And now we will hear from our piper and our honor guard. If you'll all please rise.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Ready. Prepare to post colors. Post. Colors.
You may all be seated. And now we will hear some opening remarks from our fire chief, Chief Burchett.
Can I do this? Well, I think this is good. Well, thanks, Ben, for that introduction. And I also want to take a moment to thank our pipes and drums for all of the ceremonies that they take part of. It's super important for our tradition to have them here and other ceremonies that they take part in. I do this at every ceremony and graduation, but I tell anybody that's interested to call them and join because their numbers are dwindling and we need that to be part of our future. So please get involved if you're interested. You won't regret it. So as most of you know by now, we've switched these ceremonies to quarterly rather than monthly so that we can have a full audience. And the intent really was to make it special for all of you that are getting promoted. And we want your families to feel honored as part of this too. We want you to feel the pride and accomplishment that you deserve. Tonight, I hope you feel that. I hope you feel exactly that. I want you to feel respected, recognized, and celebrated throughout this evening. There's a lot of things happening at UFA. Just this budget year, we've added a lot of things. 2 new engine companies, a fire training captain in our training division, a few support positions, and a 4th battalion chief, which is why some of you are here tonight. All of that's because of our population. It's growing. In the last 2 years, we've grown 5%, serving almost 500,000 residents now. And that's about 37,000 calls a year. So with all that growth and all the changes in our service level come nights like tonight with 21, if they all showed up, promotions. So a lot to celebrate. I think there's 21. We don't know exactly how many showed up to get promoted, but that's a lot to celebrate. And that's just a small glimpse into what UFA is doing every single day. We're going on calls quietly and humbly and serving our public without any recognition. And that's why, for me, it's an honor to be the fire chief, to know that all of that work is happening day in and day out. So I'm filled with pride and excitement for all of you getting promoted tonight. I'm filled with pride for your families to be here with you. You all are the leaders of this department, and I have no doubt that you'll continue on with our mission, vision, and values. To those being promoted, thank you. Thank you for your commitment, your trust, your sacrifices. I know what it takes to get to the point that you are and how hard you work to take that next step. And thanks for taking the leap of faith in UFA to become what you are. To your families, thank you as well. I know there's a lot of late night study sessions enduring the rigors of paramedic school, and just the stress of the testing process alone is a lot to deal with at home. So your support has been essential. And so tonight you get to see that result again. It's a full house here. We had to move this twice because we figured that there was going to be so many people in attendance, and we were, for once, right. Everyone here is surrounded to gather and support you all getting promoted, and your work is paid off. So each of the roles being recognized, we have a number of them. We have an investigator, a hazmat tech, a heavy rescue tech, engineer, paramedic, captains, a staff supervisor, battalion chiefs, and an operations chief. All of these positions are critical to UFA and the service we provide, but the responsibilities are quite different. My expectations for these positions are all the same. The first expectation I have is be purposeful in your career. Think about the end early and often. What badge do you want to retire with? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Were you able to mentor others? And probably most importantly, are you healthy enough and financially stable enough to enjoy your well-earned retirement when it comes? Everything you do between now and then should get you closer to that goal. So be intentional, be thoughtful, and be purposeful every day. The second one is take care of yourself, your family, and those around you. These jobs, as you all know, are physically, mentally, and emotionally demanding, but you can't serve others if your cup is empty. At UFA, we're committed to a holistic health and wellness approach, and the tools that we provide are quite significant, but they only work if you choose to use them. So it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask a coworker if they need help, and it's more than okay to take advantage of these resources that we have in place. That's how we'll build a stronger, healthier organization together. The third expectation is never forget why you're here. Most of us join this profession to help others and to make a difference. Along the way, it's easy to lose sight of that. So please remember, at the end of the day, we serve the public. We sacrifice because the people we serve are worth it, and they expect us to be at our best. So please never lose that perspective. My final expectation for these positions is train your replacement. Every role being recognized tonight is bigger than any one person. You're not going to be the first or the last to hold this position. That means sharing your knowledge and lifting those up behind you, whether it's a paramedic taking a little extra time on a call to explain a procedure to an EMT, or a captain identifying a informal leader within your crew. Mentorship is a responsibility that comes with promotion. So seek mentors for yourself and become mentors for others. To the captains, VCs, and operations chief specifically, I firmly believe that you have a duty to develop future leaders just like others help develop you. And again, if we all commit to this, our organization will rise together. So this career is long, it goes by fast, so don't let it pass you by. Use every day to become the firefighter, the leader, or the person that you want to be when it's time to hang up the badge. Promotions, I believe, are a great time for reflection and to take time to consider what your future looks like. So thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifice and your willingness to lead. I am inspired by each one of you and proud to be your fire chief. Again, as you step into these new roles, I'm confident that you will uphold the vision, mission, and values that make UFA truly exceptional. Thanks again for everyone for coming and supporting, and we'll get moving forward.
And now we're going to hear from our operations chief, Chief K, who's going to introduce the positions of hazmat technician, heavy rescue technician, and our engineers.
Thanks, Ben. Yeah, so like Chief said, we have a lot of different positions in the organization, and I'm honored and proud to introduce our hazmat technicians, our heavy rescue, and our engineer positions. Hazardous materials specialist plays a vital role in the all hazards response of UFA. These highly trained subject matter experts, in addition to the regular firefighting and EMS duties, are charged with responding to and mitigating all kinds of hazardous materials responses. The scope of their duties has recently increased as we, as an organization, have started to utilize our hazmat teams for air monitoring at structure fires and decon of our firefighters. The heavy rescue specialist plays a valuable role in our organization. These highly trained firefighters have gained additional knowledge, skills, and abilities to respond to a variety of technical rescue incidents, to include rope rescues, confined space rescues, trench collapse rescues, structure collapse, and vehicle machinery extrication. Additionally, our heavy rescue companies routinely act as the rapid intervention team on structure fires. This team of firefighters' job is to be available to rescue our firefighters who may become trapped or lost in a structure fire. And these specialists hold a special place in my heart. That's where I came from, so I'm glad to introduce them. The engineer is a key role in the fire service. These firefighters are responsible for driving and operating our various types of apparatus, from engines to ladder trucks, TDAs, water tenders, brush trucks, and yes, they don't want to admit it, but sometimes even ambulances. I carry a large responsibility to ensure the safety of our firefighters and the public while driving our apparatus to the scene. Once there, to assure the effective operation of the apparatus and provide the water and tools that our crews need to do their jobs. So that's the introduction of our specialists that we're promoting today. So thank you.
As I call your name, will you please join me at the front of the room? Dawson Givens, Clay Puglisi, Jack Sherman, James Dugan, Christopher Hansen, Travis Hutchings, Sterling Smith, Gary Sorensen, and Heidi Wamolke. I think I said that wrong. I'm getting a nod. I think I did okay. That's it, Chief. Gary? I think Gary's not here, sir. Sorry, we're live streaming. So.
Okay. You excited? Okay. You've been chosen by virtue of your background, training, and personal qualities to be a specialist for Unified Fire Authority. Your behaviors, decisions, and actions while on and off duty directly reflect the image of Unified Fire Authority, its personnel, and the quality of service that UFA provides to the citizens we serve. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly affirm that I will uphold the vision, mission, values, and policies adopted by Unified Fire Authority. I will act for the good of the communities of which I serve. I will strive for excellence while I faithfully, honestly, and ethically perform the duties of specialist for Unified Fire Authority. Congratulations, you are now duly affirmed. Congrats.
Can I have the family of Dawson
Dawson, come up here.
Sorry, babe. Not sure.
I can hold babies.
You want to hold it?
Yeah, sure.
Let's get a picture. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
the family of Clay Puglisi. And the family for Jack Sherman. Oh, it's not here. Sorry. James Dugan's family, sorry. Christopher Hansen's family. Travis Hutchings family. Sterling Smith. And Heidi Wimokli. And now we will hear from Chief K again to introduce the role of paramedic.
Okay, firefighter paramedic provides ALS medical care to our community. They function as the team lead on medical incidents and provide medical oversight for our EMTs. These new paramedics recently graduated from paramedic school, which includes classroom learning, numerous clinical rotations, and 3 months of precepting at busy stations under the mentorship of our current paramedics. Paramedics are essential to the operation of our department. We are a 100% fully ALS department, and every one of our engines, ladder trucks, and ambulance has at least one paramedic assigned.
All right, if I could have Curtis Clayton, Tanya Einerson, Tyler Kessler, and Keaton Smith come forward.
You ready? Okay. You've been chosen by virtue of your background training and personal qualities to be a paramedic for Unified Fire Authority. Your behaviors, decisions, and actions while on and off duty directly reflect the image of Unified Fire Authority, its personnel, and the quality of service that UFA provides to the community we serve. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly affirm that I will uphold the vision, mission, values, and policies adopted by Unified Fire Authority. I will act for the good of the communities of which I serve. I will strive for excellence while I faithfully, honestly, and ethically perform the duties of paramedic with Unified Fire Authority. Congratulations, Chief.
Who we have pinning Curtis Clayton. Tanya Einerson. Tyler Kessler. Keaton Smith. Congratulations to our paramedics. We will now hear from Assistant Chief Wade Russell, who's going to introduce the position of our investigator.
Well, first off, good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. I appreciate everybody being here and supporting everyone that's getting promoted tonight. Tonight, we're proud to recognize a remarkable individual that's going to be stepping into one of our most demanding and specialized roles that we have here within Unified Fire Authority. And that's the position of investigator in our Special Enforcement Division. This position for us represents a commitment to protecting our community through precision, courage, and expertise. Investigators that work in this division are not only certified law enforcement officers, they are also highly trained fire and arson investigators, certified bomb technicians, and trusted public safety professionals. Many of these individuals hold specialized roles such as canine handlers, tactical medics, and federal liaisons. The work that they do every day, whether it's safely neutralizing hazardous devices, determining the cause of a devastating fire, or testifying in court of law, requires exceptional knowledge and discretion. Our investigators are often called upon during the most high-risk, complex incidents, working in hazardous conditions, often in full bomb suits, chemical protective gear, or body armor. They respond at all hours of the day and night, ready to lead investigations, conduct interviews, preserve evidence, and provide expert analysis. Beyond this technical skill, this role is about trust for us. It's about serving our residents with professionalism and integrity, building partnerships across agencies, and standing ready when the stakes are high. Today's swearing in reflects not just qualifications earned, but a deep dedication to public safety. So please join me in congratulating Andre Skorman as he takes the oath and steps forward into this critical role.
I was under strict orders to try and roll my R and when I invited him up, so I'm glad. Chief.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
You've been chosen by virtue of your background training and personal qualities to be an investigator for Unified Fire Authority. Your behaviors, decisions, actions while on and off duty directly reflect the image of Unified Fire Authority, its personnel, and the quality of service that UFA provides to the citizens we serve. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Andreas Gorman,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will uphold the vision,
that I will uphold the vision,
mission,
mission,
values, and policies
values, and policies
adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
I will act for the good of the communities of which I serve.
I will act in the good of the communities that I serve.
I will strive for excellence
I will strive for excellence
while I faithfully,
while I faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and ethically perform
and ethically perform
the duties of investigator with Unified Fire Authority.
the duties of investigator with Unified Fire Authority.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Steve, you've been chosen, not yet, by virtue of your background, training, and personal qualities to be a staff supervisor for Unified Fire Authority. Your behaviors, decisions, and actions while on and off duty directly reflect the image of Unified Fire Authority, its personnel, and the quality of service that UFA provides to the citizens we serve. Now, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
Stephen Bowen,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will uphold the vision,
I will uphold the vision,
mission,
mission,
values,
values,
and policies
and policies
adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
I will act for the good of the communities of which I serve.
I will act for the good of the communities in which I serve,
I will strive for excellence
strive for excellence,
while I faithfully,
faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and ethically perform
and ethically perform
the duties of staff supervisor for Unified Fire
staff
Authority.
supervisor for the Unified Fire Authority.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Steve. We are now going to hear from our operations chief, Chief K, who's going to introduce the role of captain.
You guys tired of hearing from me yet? All right, we're promoting 4 captains tonight. Molly Swenson, Robbie Anderson, Kiyoshi Young, and Joe Foreman. I know that these 4 individuals have spent a lot of time getting ready for this role, put a lot of effort, a lot of study, a lot of mastering their craft. The captain for us is the frontline supervisor of the organization. They serve as the leader of an engine or a ladder company for emergent and non-emergent activities. They're responsible for station leadership, training, incident management, and community engagement. The position of captain is the most influential role in the organization. As the captain goes, so goes the crew, and in turn, the organization. So please welcome me, or please join me in welcoming these 4 captains.
If I could have Robbie Anderson, Molly Doyle, Joseph Foreman, and Kiyoshi Young to the front, please.
Wait, will you move over? Switch spots. You've been chosen by virtue of your background, training, and personal qualities to be a captain for Unified Fire Authority. Your behaviors, decisions, and actions while on and off duty directly reflect the image of Unified Fire Authority, its personnel, and the quality of service that UFA provides to the citizens we serve. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly affirm that I will uphold the vision, mission, values, and policies adopted by Unified Fire Authority. I will act for the good of the communities of which I serve. I will strive for excellence while I faithfully, honestly, and ethically perform the duties of captain for Unified Fire Authority. Congratulations.
Robbie Anderson's. Holly Doyle. Joe Foreman. Kyoshi Young. Congratulations, captains. We are now going to hear from Assistant Chief Dern, who's going to introduce the position of Battalion Chief.
Good evening and thank you. I thought I'd give Chief K a little bit of a break from introducing some of these positions. So I just want to take a moment to speak to the critical role of the Battalion Chief within Unified Fire Authority. The Battalion Chief is more than a rank. It's a leadership position of tremendous responsibility, influence, and trust. They're the essential link between UFA leadership and the crews serving our communities, ensuring our mission, vision, and values are lived every single day. At its core, this role is about leading people. Battalion Chiefs mentor and develop captains and firefighters, build a culture of clear expectations and accountability, and foster professional growth. Their leadership is active, consistent, and sets the tone for the entire battalion. But leadership is also about setting the example. Our battalion chiefs are held to the highest standards of integrity and professionalism. The way they lead directly shapes the culture, performance, and morale of their battalion, on the fire ground, in the station, and within their community. Operationally, battalion chiefs command emergency responses, make quick, decisive decisions that prioritize our firefighter safety while achieving incident objectives. Behind the scenes, they assure our crews are trained, equipped, and ready for what challenges are ahead. They also carry significant administrative responsibility, managing staffing, facilities, our apparatus, coordinating a very complex calendar, and other issues that come to their battalion to keep it running smoothly. Lastly, our battalion chiefs within UFA represent the UFA community, building public trust, driving culture, and building the future of UFA. With that, please join me in congratulating Battalion Chief John Wild, Battalion Chief Craig Ellingson, and Battalion Chief Joe Egbert.
I'm now going to invite up Captain Dave Terrion, who's going to share some words about Battalion Chief Joe Egbert.
Oi! That's the classic donk greeting. No matter how hard I try, I can't quite do it right. But over the years, many of us have tried to imitate him with varying results. A while back, Chief Aldridge started using a comical high-pitched voice to describe Joe's mannerisms and his voice, and it really stuck. There have been many stories and many jokes told in that voice. Most commonly on our crew at 117, that voice is used to describe the way that he signals to the engine crew. He needs silence because he's about to arrive and take command on a call. He puts his finger up so they see. He says, "Stand by." Joe's most common nickname is Donk, which came from the movie Crocodile Dundee. Donk is the loyal friend of the main character. He's as big as a mountain, and he isn't afraid of anyone or anything. That describes Joe rather well, though there's one detail that I want to add when talking about our Donk. As large as his stature and his presence are, sometimes larger than life, the only thing larger is his heart. And first and foremost, Joe's heart and his love for his family. The bond that he and Julie have and that they share with their kids shows how dear to them family is and how family comes first. And that really applies to all the Egberts for that matter. Joe is so passionate and has so much love for the fire service. In his time here at the UFA, he's been a part-time firefighter, seasonal wildland firefighter, full-time firefighter, soon promoted to heavy rescue tech. He's spent a ton of time in the USAR program, and now as a captain, it seems like his passion just seems to grow. And in other ways that he shares his creativity and his passion is he's very imaginative and he's super good at working with his hands. And a number of projects that Joe has dreamed up and brought to creation, both at home and at work, are staggering. He's an amazing carpenter, woodworker, mechanic, knife maker. I could go on and on, but I will stop talking about how good he is at cooking. Joe often shares his creativity with us at the fire station, planning amazing and elaborate meals, which when you throw in fire station distractions like long conversations or evening calls, sometimes means late dinners. And if you've ever heard the term which describes late at night, "Oh, donk 30," if you work with Joe, sometimes you eat it, "Oh, donk 30." I have had the honor to work with Joe in various capacities over the last 24 years. Highlight for me has been the last 3 years as Joe's co-captain at Station 117. The lessons learned and the experiences shared with Joe and with the rest of the crew have had a profound impact on my life. And it's extremely exciting to be here tonight to celebrate the fact that Joe is going to be sharing his passion and his vision and his creativity at a battalion level now. And that's it. I'll wrap this up in the hope that we all get out of here before "Oh, donk 30."
If I could now have Paramedic Braden Ellingson to come up and say some words about Battalion Chief Craig Ellingson.
Thank you. I just first and foremost want to congratulate everybody that's here, that's promoted this evening. Specifically the captains of battalion chiefs who each and every one of you have mentored me throughout my career and made me who I am. Whether I was a boot at your station, a roving paramedic, or whether you were part of my training cadre, I thank each and every one of you greatly for what you've done for me. Tonight I get to talk about my dad, Battalion Chief Craig Ellingson, who, this is odd for me because I work at Station 101 where we go to a lot of care facilities. And recently I've been looking for rooms for Craig. And now I'm up here because he's getting promoted, which I didn't see coming. No, I'm just kidding. But really, I do scout, and we have some picked out. But throughout my life, I've had the great fortune of calling my dad by many titles. First and foremost, Dad. As a young child, he was Coach Craig. He was then, firefighter Ellingson, paramedic Ellingson, Captain Ellingson. I grew up, had kids. I refer to him now as Grandpa Ellingson to a few people. And now Battalion Chief Ellingson, which now that I'm saying it out loud makes me think I should start listening to him after all these years. But in all seriousness, I don't know anybody else who truly deserves this promotion more than my dad. Obviously, there's a long list of Ellingsons that work for the fire department, and it's because of him and his example that me and my brother are firefighters here, and my sister works in our information outreach division. He's instilled a love for the fire department in us that is hard to shake. And he makes me proud to show up to work, and I'm proud to be a firefighter, all thanks to the example he's shown me, and I strive to be like him. I can't fill his boots because my feet are bigger, but one day I hope to metaphorically fill his boots and be half the man that he is. He loves the fire department almost as much as he loves the Boston Red Sox. Both frustrate him quite a bit, but I can say with certainty that he thinks a lot about you, the firefighters, and the public. And we talk about it more than I'd probably like to. I get once a week, probably quite a long discourse from him about what we need to do different to better treat the public. And they're memories that I'm going to cherish for a long time, to be able to hear my dad's opinion and hear his opinions and his leadership and his example that he passes on to me. He cares about the firemen that he leads. He cares about the public that he serves. And he cares deeply about Unified Fire Authority and our mission and our values. I'm proud to be his son. I'm proud to be his coworker. In the fire service, we're all brothers. I'm proud to be his brother. So tonight, I just want to congratulate my dad, Craig Ellingson. You deserve it more than anybody, and I love you.
And now I'd like to invite Chief Burchett up. He's going to share some words about Battalion Chief Jonathan Wild.
You have been chosen by virtue. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm honored to speak on behalf of John today. John and I go way, way back. The first time I met him was in our 10th grade high school math class at Judge Memorial High School. And what I remember is we hit it off right away and we became inseparable from that point on. We spent our high school years doing everything together. Backpacking trips, pool parties at his parents' house, ultimate Frisbee games in the park after school, and even borrowing his dad's BMW for a few joyrides when his parents were out of town. But Joan and Jerry, hopefully there's a statute of limitations on some of those things and you won't hold it against him. But we didn't always make the best decisions, but we made them together. And oftentimes, to give you a better sense of who we were back then, I brought a photo of John from a few years back with the lighting. It's a little hard to see. Just to be fair, here's one of me. So you can see we were equally questionable in some of our choices. Courtney, that's plenty of that. You can take it down, please. After high school, we started, I think, making better decisions. One of them was applying for the seasonal wildland firefighter position, which was in Salt Lake County. From there, our paths continued together. We attended the University of Utah together. We worked for the Logan Hotshots together. We moved to Germany together. And then in 2001, we got hired together and went through recruit camp side by side. And I know I couldn't have made it through recruit camp without John. We carpooled there and back every day and vented, I guess would be a good word. But that time together was really special and it helped me get through camp. But over the last almost 30 years, we've literally grown up in this department together. And what I've seen over that 30 years is John has grown into one of the hardest working, most driven, and most honest people I've ever known. He's going to bring all of that and more to his role as battalion chief. He earned the top spot on the promotional process, and he's already proven his readiness by managing 2 very complex incidents over the last few weeks. John, I have complete trust in your ability to lead. You're going to bring energy, dedication, and intensity, and we're all going to be better for it. I want to share a quick story that many of you may not know. Today, we celebrated the life of Assistant Chief Park. The Honor Guard was there at the gravesite to show respect for Chief's life, for Chief Park's service. And as I was sitting in the funeral, I was remembering that Chief Park was actually the one who hired both John and I back in 1997. I thought the timing of that was more than just a coincidence. John's being sworn in as a battalion chief today on the same day that Chief Park was placed to rest, the man that was responsible potentially for starting your career. Chief Park was instrumental in the development of the wildland program, which is where John and I spent most of our careers. So John, you have that same opportunity, that same ability, and I would say obligation to leave a massive impact on this department, just like Chief Park did for us. Lay the path for your followers, just like he did for us. Congratulations to you and Nanette. But more importantly, I want to say congratulations to UFA, because I think we're exceptionally lucky to have you in this role. Thank you for allowing me to say a few words. Okay. I'll come up, I'll swear you in.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
They took the picture down. I hope no one took a picture of the picture. You have been chosen by virtue of your background, training, and personal qualities to be a battalion chief for Unified Fire Authority. Your behaviors, decisions, and actions while on and off duty directly reflect the image of Unified Fire Authority, its personnel, and the quality of service that UFA provides to the citizens we serve. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, John Wild,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will uphold the vision,
that I will uphold the vision,
mission,
mission,
values, and policies
values, and policies
adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
I will act for the good of the communities of which I serve.
I will act for the good of the communities which I serve.
I will strive for excellence
I will strive for excellence
while I faithfully,
honestly,
honestly, and ethically perform
and ethically perform
the duties of Battalion Chief for Unified Fire Authority.
the duties of Battalion Chief for Unified Fire Authority.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can we get Donk Stanley on here, please? Craig Ellingson's family. Jonathan Wild. Courtney, I thought those photos were all vetted. That picture of Chief is our thumbnail for the Instagram, our profile. Will you switch that back before the ceremony is over? All right, we have one badge left. What's heavier brass than a battalion chief? We're going to invite.
Hold on. We'd like them each to say a word. Yeah, each piece.
Oh.
Say something for us.
I apologize. Sorry about that.
Off screen.
Can we have Joe Egbert come up and share some words? Sorry about that, Chief.
Yeah, yeah.
First of all, thank you everybody for being here. This is a pretty big day. I'm excited to have my kids here and my wife and family. And this is not something I took on lightly. For the last 8 years, I've lived in the same office and bedroom in the corner on Redwood Road in Taylorsville in the heavy rescue program. And it was pretty good duty. Spent some time there with some great individuals, and took a lot of thought and reflection to want to leave that and move on, to drive around by myself all the time in a BC rig. But the thing that helped motivate me is I knew that the guys on my crew were ready to move up. I knew that I was ready to move forward in the organization, and that even though this is a important job with heavy responsibilities, that it was something that I felt ready for and that I'd been prepared by the great people, men and women that I'd worked with and worked for in the past. So I'm grateful for this chance to be a battalion chief and to drive the fire SUV, and probably still have to figure out a way to cook at the stations once in a while, but also to train my crews and to get to know the new communities in the south end of the valley, and take on this new role of battalion chief. Thank you.
Chief Ellingson, do you mind sharing a few words?
I guess not.
Just a good toast, even.
Thank you. Again, grateful to be here. As I was driving here today, I was reflecting a little bit about how I got here, and I'm still a little confused. When I started in this organization, I wanted to become a captain, and that's where I wanted to retire, and I was real happy in that spot. Up until about a couple of years ago, I began to think a little bit more, about my future and about the possibility of maybe taking another step. And at that point, my preparation became intentional. And I have to say, I sought out mentorship from the best mentors. And I appreciate those in this room that helped me along the way. Sincerely appreciate you guys, appreciate my family. So thank you. I'm excited. I'm challenged. I'm intimidated. But I'm excited and enthusiastic. And so thank you.
Chief Wild, if you'll join us.
Well, we almost made it out of here without having to talk, but first and foremost, my parents, I don't know what Chief Burchett was talking about. You'll have to talk to him. I think he's confused. But I do want to start with my mom and my dad. I want to say thank you to both of you. You guys taught me work ethic from the word go, and I really appreciate that. To Nanette and my boys, August and Oliver, you guys mean the world for me. You mean the world to me, and appreciate all the help and putting up with me the last year and a half while I've been studying for this process, and everything you guys do for me, and you just make my world just the best. There are way too many people to thank. It'd just be easier to kind of talk about the crews I've been a part of, starting off in Wildland, and Matt Widdendom, They're all chiefs, but you know, that's who I know you guys as in my heart. All I could ever try and do is just try and keep up with you guys, and still trying to do it. Early on in Wildland, all the Wildland crews I was part of, they taught me how to work harder than I ever thought I could. Chief Torgerson, Chief Woolsey, Chief Watson taught me truly what servant leadership was all about, and I appreciate that. And then all the great crews I've been a part of at Unified Fire Authority. So all the hard chargers at 101A, I appreciate you guys. All I could do was try and follow and try and keep up again, which is kind of a common theme in my career. Station 103, all the platoons, that's kind of my second home, and all the duty officers there. All the wildland crews that I've been part of. And then last but not least, 102 and 111 A platoon. Thank you guys for giving me the best part of my career. You guys will always be special to me in my heart. The only way I can say thank you enough is to try and give half moving forward to what you guys gave me. And that's what I hope I can do is pay that forward a little bit. So thank you.
Congratulations, Chiefs. I have to say, one of my favorite things when doing station tours is to kind of introduce the captain of the station, kind of as the parent. And so occasionally we get a battalion chief that's there, and I say, well, what's a little older than a parent? Oh, I look forward to introducing you as my station grandparents someday, gentlemen. But if I can invite Assistant Chief Dern, he's going to come up and he's going to speak on the position of our operations chief.
Good evening again. Thank you for the opportunity to talk about this, one of the most critical roles within our organization, the operations chief. When you hear operations chief, it's easy to think of the logistics, the unit responses, the staffing, apparatus placement, and all the other things that this position manages on a day-to-day basis. But the true impact of this role goes far beyond the daily coordination. The operations chief is a strategic leader, a culture setter, and a key member of UFA's command staff. This position just isn't about what we do today. It's about who we become tomorrow. At its core, the operations chief is responsible for leading UFA's battalion chiefs. They're the leader of our leaders, setting expectations for leadership, accountability, and professionalism across every battalion, every shift, every station, and every incident. Through mentorship and clear direction, the operations chief ensures that UFA's culture, built on safety, service, and excellence, is lived out in the field every day. But this role is much more than internal supervision. The operations chief is a strategic architect of UFA's future, responsible for anticipating the evolving demands of emergency services, whether it's adapting to the growth we're seeing, preparing for emergency threats, or driving innovation in our response models. The operations chief ensures the UFA stays ahead, not just reacting to change, but leading it. As a member of command staff, the operations chief works directly with the fire chief and the assistant chiefs to align our resources, our policies, and execute strategic initiatives. They bring operational realities to the leadership table and ensure our frontline personnel are represented, supported, and set up for success. Externally, they serve as the ambassador for UFA, working with partner agencies, the cities we serve, community leaders, and regional partners to foster collaboration and build trust. At Unified Fire Authority, we just don't fill the operations chief position. We entrust it to lead who will drive progress, develop future leaders, and carry forward the mission, vision, values of Unified Fire Authority. With that, please join me in congratulating Chief Nate Kay.
And now to introduce Chief K, we're going to hear from Assistant Chief Russell.
Thanks again, Ben, and Thanks again, everybody, for being here tonight. I have to tell you that it's truly an honor for me to be able to stand here tonight to recognize my friend Nate Kay. Nate's someone who has spent the last 2 decades leading in every position he's had with grit, humility, and calm strength. So a little bit about Nate. Nate started his fire service journey on the wildland crew. And like a lot of the folks that have been up here today, after working 3 years, Nate was hired full-time by Salt Lake County Fire in 1999. I had the honor of working wildland and being hired full-time with Nate Kay. When we were a couple of weeks into our recruit camp, we were both summoned to Chief Park's office. And not knowing why we were going in there, he real quickly let us know in no uncertain terms that he'd have no problem firing us if our job performance was not on par. He made it very clear that just because we both had a father that was on the job, we would get no favors and no slack. And for Nate and I, that made that bond just a little bit stronger in recruit camp and something we can still laugh about today. But for me, knowing Nate right from the beginning, it was clear that Nate wasn't just here to do the job. Nate was always showing up to lead. And he did that in recruit camp, and he's done that ever since. And if you know Nate, you know that he doesn't do it through flash. He doesn't do it through fanfare, but he does it through consistent, steady, and that authentic leadership that we all know about Nate. Over Nate's 26-year career, he's been in the middle of a lot of really, really important and progressive things here at UFA. He's one of the founding members of our heavy rescue program. He's one of our first rescue school instructors, and he's still currently an active member of our USAR team. Nate has responded to major national disasters like Hurricane Harvey and the Boulder floods, and he's also played a critical role locally during our COVID emergency response, working in emergency management. And whether you're working with Nate as a boots on the ground or big picture planning, I can tell you firsthand that Nate's the guy that you want to have by your side. But what makes Nate truly stand out isn't just what he's done, it's how he's done it and how he continues to do it. He has a knack of bringing this calm chaos to any incident or anything that he's doing. Whether it's on an emergency scene, whether he's meeting with local elected officials, or whether he has to be fixing a side-by-side that's broken in the snow because one of his idiot buddies broke it, Nate just figures it out. He knows what to do. He's always calm. And I believe that people follow him because he knows he's got their back and he's willing to do the work himself. When we talk about leadership, everybody knows that leadership is never a straight path. It isn't for anybody. And for Nate, that's no different. There was always bumps along the way. And for me, watching Nate and growing up in this organization with Nate, one moment that stands out to me is when he didn't promote to captain on his first try. I know that lesser people, they may have checked out, they may have given up, they may have made excuses, but Nate didn't do any of that. He doubled down, he kept grinding, and when he did promote and he became a captain, it was clear he had earned every single bit of it. And then 2 years ago, when his dad, Paul, pinned his battalion chief badge on him, it's a moment of full circle pride for Nate. So now Nate's our new operations chief. He steps into a big role. He's leading the day-to-day operations of 26 fire stations and over 500 field personnel. And it's no small task. Trust me, I know it. But if you know Nate, you know that he's more than ready. He's got the trust of the organization. He's got the experience to lead, and he's got the character to do it the right way. I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Nate's family. None of the success that he has had has happened in a vacuum. His family, Sarah, who's been by his side for 27 years, his kids, Hayden and Lily, they've been with him every single step of the way. They've seen the long nights, they've heard about the tough calls, and they know the sacrifices that Nate's made. But they've also seen the pride that Nate has for this job and for what he does for a living. Because of that, Hayden and Lily both work in public service now, and that's definitely no coincidence. Nate's been their bigger-than-life role model since day one. And soon he's going to be stepping into another pretty big role, and that's the role of grandpa. So Nate, congratulations for that. I took a few minutes to talk to Sarah, and she told me that she felt like Nate was 100% prepared for this position. And I couldn't understand why she was so confident, right, Sarah, that he was ready. And so I asked her, what's this confidence about? Why do you know he's going to just nail this? And she said that because being married to her is constant supervision. And after 27 years, he's got it down. But all joking aside, I've spent a lot of time with Nate and with Sarah, and I can tell you Nate's enamored with Sarah. And I've never seen anyone be so caring and take care of someone the way that Nate does for her. It's pretty awesome, Nate. So Nathan, congratulations. You built a career that's been rooted in hard work, service, and character. You've always been prepared. You've always carried that pocket knife. But more than anything, you've made sure that those that you're responsible for are ready for whatever challenges come next. I'm proud of you. We are all proud of you. And we're all lucky to have you. And we can't wait to see what you're going to do in this next chapter. So congratulations, Nate.
Chief Burchett and Operations Chief K, if you'll join us.
This is the last time. Nate, you've been chosen by virtue of your background, training, and personal qualities to be the operations chief for the Unified Fire Authority. Your behaviors, decisions, and actions while on and off duty directly reflect the image of Unified Fire Authority, its personnel, and the quality of services we have provided to the citizens we serve. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly affirm.
Do solemnly affirm.
The vision,
I will uphold the vision, mission,
values, and policies
values, and policies adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
I will act for the good of the communities in which I serve.
I will act for the good of the communities in which I serve.
I will strive for excellence.
I will strive for excellence
While I faithfully,
honestly,
and
and ethically
ethically perform
perform
the duties of operations chief of the Unified Fire Authority.
the duties of operations chief with Unified Fire Authority. Now I think you're really sick of hearing from me. I'll be brief. I don't know if it's just me, but it's hot in here. I think we're all ready to get going. So just want to thank my family. Surprised to see all of you here. So thanks for coming. It's awesome. Glad to be here and see all the new promotions that we've had today. New blood in our organization is awesome, and seeing people advance up is great. So super cool. Chief Dern and Chief Russell left some big shoes in this position to fill, and I hope to carry on and build upon what they started in this position. Chief kind of mentioned it a little bit. We've got a lot of growth going on. We've got a lot of exciting changes that are happening and are scheduled to happen. We've opened a new station in May. We're getting ready to open a new station in November, hopefully. If not, it'll be January. 4 new battalion chiefs for our 4th battalion that we opened. Today we put in service a low acuity unit and running a few calls for kind of a different way to respond to some of our low acuity units. So we'll see how that works. 24 new recruits started today. My son-in-law is one of them. So that's awesome. I'll keep carrying on the great tradition that Dad started a public service and my kids are in. So it's awesome. We interview for 8 new captains tomorrow. So we're just going to continue to grow. Promoted 4 today, and we're going to interview for 8 more tomorrow. So exciting changes. It's awesome. Looking forward to sitting in this seat and serving all of our operations folks. So thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for coming out. This was a huge honor to MC this ceremony. If I could just ask everyone to just give one last round of applause for everyone in the crowd that promoted. We have Courtney Samuel. He's the one with the camera in the back. He's going to stick around, and anyone that wants to take photos, you can use the backdrop, and he's happy to take photos of family or whoever wants to get some photos. Other than that, we have some cookies in the back with some drinks. Please stick around and let's celebrate and have a good night. Everyone drive safe, and thanks for coming.